Hello and welcome back to 8-Bit. Today I thought I'd play a game called Millionaire, a game from 1984. This is a game I used to play quite a lot back in the day and really did enjoy it, but I couldn't quite fathom out how to play it correctly. It didn't seem to last very long. So I thought I'd come back to it and show you guys how to play this properly and put a bit of a strategy in place so you can have a go yourselves. Anyway, I'll get it going. I'll play the first few months and I'll go through some top hints to get the best out of the game. You got asked if you want to specialise in one type of program, and it is available to select arcade games. Just the algorithms within this game, you seem to get better sales every time you sell arcade games. So we'll select one for arcade games. Now, every 12 months you get this option come up and you've got to choose various categories and spend your points. You got 20 points to spend in total. And as long as you keep the same formula every 12 months, you won't go wrong. Now, the best formula to use on this is a simple formula of 3377. So we'll enter 3 for section A, and for presentation we'll go for 3, and original ideas will go for 7, and should maintain interest again 7. And if you stick to that formula every time, it should work out quite well for you. You are then faced with another question. You have the choice. You can either market the program yourself or sell it to an existing software house to try and get more capital. It's best to go no at this point. You just seem to be able to get more sales, more profit when you do market it yourself. The objective of this game obviously is to hit £1 million revenue. Right, this is your work screen. Now you can only choose one option per round. The only options you really need to get the best productivity from this game is option 1, programming, or 3, to sell your products to retailers. Now, every time you run the programming option, you will get an extra game title in your inventory. And the more game titles obviously means the more potential sales you will get. Selling your products to retailers will just really help advertise and push your sales to its limits. So what I will try and do is when your sales start to drop, throw in another program out there. So I tend to work on maybe putting 3, maybe 4 programs a year at a time, and the rest of the year I just try and sell products to retailers. Now, there is another option you can look at if you wanted to have a bit of fun with, and that's See Honest Harry. Now, it will throw all sorts of deals at you for new game titles, but never ever accept any of them. Sometimes he will come up and give you the option to buy cassettes. Something like 5,000 cassettes comes up and it's for a bargain price. Now that's a no-brainer. So if you do get that option, definitely take them. But the only problem with that is if you do go and see Honest Harry, you don't get to do any programming, or you don't get to try and sell any products to retailers. Now this might only come into effect maybe when you're selling 5,000 plus cassettes every month. So for this instance, because it's our first round, I will go for programming because we want a game to sell. Now you do get a few ideas. You got 1 to 5 here. Now I've not really played around too much with this, but you only can use these options once. So I'm going to maybe put out a free advert now just to launch our software house. And let's go for number 2. And then you get to use some marketing spend. Now there's various options from 0 up to £10,000, but the sweet spot for this game is to spend £1,000 on advertising every month. If you want to spend a bit more, you can, but it's not going to get you the return on investment that you would get when you just spend £1,000. So you could be just wasting your money. It's definitely not worth spending anything less than £500 because that has no effect on the game at all. You might as well just throw that money away. So let's go for 4. And as long as you stick to this routine, you should be able to get to your first £1 million. Now the next part is duplicating, and this is where you can pay the following amounts per cassette. Now you can look at no duplicating, or you can look at 50 pence per copy, 75 pence per copy, £1 a copy, or £1.50 per copy. Now it's always worth, for the best algorithms in this game, to opt for £1 per copy. Now this is the part of the screen where you choose how many cassettes you want to buy, and you want to make sure you keep enough in your inventory to cover your sales, but you don't want to overspend either initially at the start of the game, otherwise you will go bankrupt. So I think on this occasion, for the initial first few months, we'll opt to buy 2,500 cassettes, option 5. But as you get through the game, you're going to need to opt for 5,000 cassettes every time, because you're going to max out at 5,000 cassette sales every month otherwise. And that's when you can probably afford to go and see Honest Harry a few times in the attempt to get a bargain of 5,000 more cassettes. And as you can see, we've got 2 programs on the market at the moment. Total sales this month was 1,781. We've still got 719 tapes in stock, so we must make sure we continue to purchase more cassettes when we get the opportunity every month. We cannot allow that to drop into a negative, because we will end up losing out on potential sales. And now we're going on to round 2, and we'll now try and sell products to retailers, and I'll try and do that a few times over the next couple of months until we see the sales start to drop, and then we can bring in a new program. And it's always worth noting at this point as well not to go over 24 programs in your catalogue, because that will again have an adverse effect on your sales. And again, we'll go for option 4, spend £1,000 in advertising, and duplication at £1. And we'll go again another 2,500 copies. And again, as I said before, when we get a few months into the game, we will have to start buying 5,000 copies, because eventually you will max out at 5,000 sales every month, because you can't buy any more tapes. So that's when you need to start going to see Honest Harry, just to purchase an extra 5,000 cassettes on the odd occasion to boost your stock up. The one thing I will very quickly say, also coming into the later years, the software market does drop down a bit, and you will get the odd message coming up that the good times are over, etc. But you can try and combat that for a few months by increasing the duplication costs up to £1.50. Just do that for a few months and you'll probably fix that problem and stay on track to making your million. As long as you keep to that sort of strategy, then you won't go wrong playing this game. I'm going to carry on playing this now for another year or 2, see how far I can get. But I will turn the commentary off just so you can enjoy watching it at your leisure, or maybe you just want to turn it off and go and have a crack at it yourself. Anyway, that's it from me. Take care. Bye-bye.